Yeah, Cool Keith should keep it real. You should rap about space and Mars. Yo, I'm tired of looking at everybody. Same boots, scully hats, and 90-degree weather. Looking to get in clubs for free. I'm not smoking blunts, I'm looking for jazz records at the Roosevelt. I left New York, the city itself was stress, depression, high boots and urban beats, it wasn't my direction. Producers filtering, joining with R&B. A million rappers, some clones trying to sound like me. Writing my space styles, biting my horrorcore. All I saw was little Cool Keiths on my tour. Record companies, I cheat off all my royalties. Watching vinyl spin, local groups whack MCs. Some try to rap with that perpetrating monster crap. Carcanine jeans, fat stomachs in the limousines. Mixtapes by whack DJs as doo-doo play. I'm on the turnpike, the city drifting down the highway like a mirage. The style there is all illusion. On videos out of town, people spot confusion. Rolling high with caps pulled over down my eye. Since I've been out, y'all can't see.
Is the world made of plastic? Is the city buried in dreams? Yeah. Is the world made of plastic? Cause that's the way it seems. Is the world made of plastic? Is the city buried in dreams? Yeah.
Watching TV so bored, why imbeciles hold the mic cord. Graffiti playgrounds are played out, yo, how that sound? Army fatigue was weak, it's for the minor league. No rapping ciphers and brothers in the rented bins. Crews on stage acting hard with 1,000 friends. I saw the place turn plastic, crackers looping beats. People with no deals, Walkmans rapping on the streets. I turned my back, 90% of the city sounded whack. Payroll scams, twist DJs like a rubber band. Everybody clear with beats trying to be premier. Clearing your samples, your SB12 fake examples. My money grosses with green from my own label. Why you act rich with no cash on the bigger label? Your tri-state ways are shut down by barricades. In fact, I pack my bags and listen to E40, Mac Morsibo, and other rappers you don't know. You're narrow-minded and styles of mine, you won't find it. My sound proceeds with Mugen undertone bass. No common gimmicks and beats, rapping in my face. I come back real, solid rock, razor steel. Tapping your program, show the world I'm the man. You copy populage, the industry is wild.
Is the world made of plastic? Is the city buried in dreams? Is the world made of plastic? Cause that's the way it seems. Yeah. Is the world made of plastic? Is the city buried in dreams? Is the world made of plastic? Cause that's the way it seems. Yeah.
As I do see soda, whack, rugged beer commercials. Some rappers are bought and puppeteered like the Ninja Turtles. From Manhattan I heat up, yo light up Times Square. I make noise like open hi-hats on your cheap snare. No promotional shows, girls with cornrows. People with hood sweaters on crack keep me on my toes. I walk with straw hats and glasses in the projects. Bring my ghost image so tense on the line of scrimmage. Playing my numbers, waiting for the five to come. Spaghetti out the window, people acting dumb. Fire hydrants wet the neighbors, your family's nosy. I come and go as I please on blockhead MCs. You bought sneakers, no car, scrambling on the corner. I'm not the star, you are, the city's falling far. By mechanism, you on my tip, stay off my peanuts. You duplicated me for years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You are the one. Is the world made of plastic? Is the city buried in dreams? Is the world made of plastic? Cause that's the way it seems. Yeah. Is the world made of plastic? Is the city buried in dreams? Is the world made of plastic? Cause that's the way it seems. Yeah.
Ding dong, ding a dong ding. Come on, everybody join in. Ding dong, ding a dong ding. The party is about about to begin.
All I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. Fuck the busies cause they never helped us. A 9 to 5 is my idea of hell cause all I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. Their bags are fat but ours gives you the best buzz. Have you sleeping tight despite the bed bugs. All I wanna do is sock and you know. Make dough, fuck bitches and shoot po. I just snitched on myself but he won't know. They're too busy picking on kids who smoke dro. All I wanna do is sock and sell weed and spend peas on shit I claim I well need. All I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is cold sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is cold sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is sock and sell weed. All I wanna do is sock and sell weed. All I wanna do is sock and sell weed and spend peas on shit I claim I well need. Valley flick a rapper a pasty crumb, then wipe the smile off a happy son for fun. I just split when Leroy's around it. I'm the man, excuse me if I seem coy about it. I'm spaced out like Leonard Nimoy, B-boy, breaking but like a cheap toy. I get stressed and neck a pill. If you don't know now, you never will. I'm a young man with no plans. All I want is a little bit of Lindsay Lohan in both hands. More beat than Mozam, oh you sold grams. We're both when you sold keys and own land. Otherwise keep it stum, acting like you're a gangster but you're eating crumbs. Who doesn't wanna cold sock and sell drugs? Who doesn't wanna cold sock and sell weed? All I wanna do is cold sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is cold sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is cold sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is cold sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is cold sock and sell drugs. All I wanna do is cold sock and sell drugs.
What's happening, man? What's happening? This is basically like gold butter, you know what I'm saying? Leopold Limewell, Dick Van Dyke on the beat, extravagant shit. I wipe the ink off me train ticket before it dries and tell the passengers I don't wanna hear about your boring lives. I want it all, give an allocated portion size. Give me a Cadillac, fat mansion and 40 wives. Fuck bitches, chop cocaine, snort supplies. On the same rotten table I used to torture flies. I pretend I don't have a basement and ignore the cries. Skip breakfast and get pissed like normal guys. Hoodied up on a para cause the war's advised. And hand cast a shadow on the paper to obscure the rhymes. Disorganized, getting smashed all the time. Breaking hourglasses and drawing lines. Like, cross them, I leave you traumatized. I stick you up with forks and knives cause you're telling porcupines. So raise your paws towards the skies and give me 2s, 3s, 4s and 5s. What's happening, nah, don't tell me. You're not feeling so healthy, cause it was all going tits up. And then I went and got me dick sucked. And now I'm laughing again. It sound like I'm laughing again. Yeah, this laughing again. It sound good, I can handle your friend. I'm in the zone, sagging alone. Ignore the door and don't answer the phone. I'm not trying to be bad to the bone or blown. Neck and volume stone. Meditate till I take off. On the grind, yeah, every day is a day off. You don't wanna face off, and neither do I leave with a sigh. Head in the sky like I'm ready to die. I tell you a lie like I've never been high. Fly, pelican fly. And they only drink on days ending in Y. Meditate till I take off. On the grind, yeah, every day is a day off. You don't wanna face off, and neither do I leave with a sigh. I'm starting a digital war and swinging a sword. At your computer, as your producers click and record. This is a world in which bottled water can win an award, and freedom is a privilege only the rich can afford. And what would Caesar think of Saracen and Jet and them? I asked the important questions and answered them and guess again. Words like God and fuck, followed by no's. I make solid plans that'll keep me hollow, eyes closed, and polish platinum dreams. Nothing's as it seems. Hack the trees down and make gossip magazines. Fuck life, chunga joint. Call me Alan, what's the point? My philosophy is it wasn't me. I walk in and scoff your feast. Like I'm not settling for one apiece. Like, was it something I said? You told us it'd rain, but now it's sunny instead. Pluck the clouds out of the sky and stash them under me bed. What's happening? Nah, don't tell me. You're not feeling so healthy. Cause it was all going tits up. And then I went and got me dick sucked. And now I'm laughing again. It sound like I'm laughing again. Yeah, this laughing again. It sound good, I can handle your friend. I'm in the zone, sagging alone. Ignore the door and don't answer the phone. I'm not trying to be bad to the bone or blown. Neck and volume stone. Meditate till I take off. On the grind, yeah, every day is a day off. You don't wanna face off, and neither do I leave with a sigh. Head in the sky like I'm ready to die. I tell you a lie like I've never been high. Fly, pelican fly. And they only drink on days ending in Y. Meditate till I take off. On the grind, yeah, every day is a day off. You don't wanna face off, and neither do I leave with a sigh.
Chaos in the streets, chaos in the street, chaos in the streets, chaos in the streets, chaos in the streets, chaos in the street, chaos in the streets, chaos in the street, chaos in the streets, hang it in your teeth, strong from the weak, nature of the beast, chaos in the streets, hang it in your teeth, strong from the weak. Nature of the beast.
I got thoughts in my head and they're not right.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? How you doing? It's your man, the GODG's on drugs. King Dab, what's going on? It's been a while since we've done one of these. Probably 6-7 months or so. Welcome to another special edition of Tales of the Motherfucking Czar. And man, we got some crazy stuff we're going to talk about tonight. You know who I am, so why don't I bring my co-hosts out and let's get this cracking right off the bat here. Back where she belongs in the co-host seat, the love of my battle cam life, we have the lovely Miss Pricelessone.
Aw, thank you, Ghosty, for the great introduction. You're my battle cam love too. Hearts.
Hearts. And then joining us for the first time tonight, guy's really excited for the show, definitely did some research, and he's ready to get down with us tonight. We are going to welcome the Fern to the show. What's up, Fern? How you doing, buddy?
You're muted.
I'm so excited. I've been researching this for days, at least 2-3 days. I love the topic we're going to talk about. I'm so happy that
Right on, bro. Well, what we're going to be talking about tonight is one of our favorite topics, which is ghosts, demons, possession, and different portholes that this stuff has possibly brought into our reality. Now, when you start off with the history of man in all religion and before all religions, you will always find tales of ghosts coming back to haunt uh, humanity in one form or another. Either it's a loved one that someone's seeing, sometimes it's an evil entity, sometimes it's a stranger with a warning. The ghosts appear in many different forms in a lot of the major Bible and pre-Bible, as I was just saying. And it's a pretty crazy thing that's been going on for a long time. What do you think about that, Pricey? We've talked about this subject before and touched on this.
Yeah, well, actually, since the last time that I've done a show with you guys, like, my beliefs on ghosts have changed. I believe that there's no such things as ghosts. I believe that anything in that element is a demon.
Okay.
The reason why I believe that is because I've had demon encounters recently.
Okay, well, we're going to get into that in the second part of the show. But when we last did a show on this topic, you were very open-minded to it. We
Yes.
did a ton of research and stuff like that. We found that ghosts could be translated as so many different things, from aliens to fallen angels to trapped spirits. And you've had something happen that we're going to talk about later on, and we actually have some pictures of and stuff like that. This is freaky now. This is part of the reason why we decided to do this tonight. But your opinion has changed on this.
Yes, it has. My opinions have changed on a lot of things, so has my, beliefs. It's crazy.
Wow. So, I mean, as I remember last time we left it off, you remember, if I remember correctly, you had some minor experiences with ghosts in your life, you believed? And
Yes.
you were a believer.
Yes.
Okay, Fern, you're the new guy on the block. Sorry to cut you off, Priceless.
No problem.
Do you have any experiences with ghosts in your life, or anything you can consider a paranormal encounter?
Absolutely. I have a ton of experiences where I call it the bullshit. Okay?
Okay.
It's where you're running around and you're looking for something and it's missing. And you can't find it. And then a day or two later, it's there. Right where you were looking for it. I call that the bullshit. And not only that, but I also feel like there's way more people that have died that are living on this planet. And the research that I've done is like these souls, they're running around and they're messing with you. They're looking to participate in your life. So, you know, that thing where you had your keys gone and you wish to yourself, oh man, I wish I could go into another universe and go get some that myself's keys. Maybe that guy's doing it for you. So that what I'm saying is the missing socks, hey, it's a real deal.
Huh. So you believe that ghosts are more mischievous and they're kind of attention whoring?
I think that we're trained to look at science and acknowledge logic, and anything we don't understand, we just dismiss it. But believe me, there's so many things in our lives that we can't understand. We don't understand why you know, our keys are in a different place. Why is it that I lose things from time to time? How come I keep having to buy things over and over again and I keep losing things? Listen, why is it that I woke up and my alarm system is beeping over and over again? Who's ringing my bell? Listen, those are not something that you can just put logic to. You just gotta accept that there are a lot of things out there that you don't understand, and you can't understand, but you have to still deal with it too. You have to deal
Right.
with that.
All right.
And
When I'm talking about like dealing with ghosts and hauntings and stuff like that, you could blame losing your keys on paranormal activity, or you could blame it on being drunk. I might lean towards being drunk sometimes. Have you seen like an actual entity, like a ghost, a gaseous form, ever been touched by something that wasn't there?
here's the thing. Here's the thing. When I was doing so, Ghostdog sent me a ton of research, and here's the thing that I learned is that when you're dealing with paranormal entities, they can control your mind. So you might think that somebody's wrinkling they're hanging ringing the bell, they're moving stuff, but hey, you know what? They're also controlling your mind. So maybe you're the one ringing the bell. Maybe you're the one moving stuff and hiding things. Maybe you're the one taking everything out of the refrigerator and putting it in the trash can. Here's the thing about ghosts is that they
We'll be right back, guys. Fern's fixing his microphone. We understand that it is very messed up with his microphone, and he's actually going to go inside where it's a little more closed of an area. It's not configured to his headset microphone when it was actually configured to his laptop mic, but we will be back with Tales of the Bazaar in just a moment. Yeah, Config Nation from the Fem says, "Dump Fern, the show must go on." I want to thank you all for hanging out, at least taking the time. As soon as Fern gets himself in place, we will be ready to begin. We can all blame Fern for this. So make sure everybody points at Fern and laughs when we come back. Alright guys, we now bring you back to more Tales of Bazaar. Sorry about that.
Because I call it the bullshit. It's when you know that you put the same keychain in the same place
Exactly.
every day, and then you walk up and you like, where the fuck is my keys? Where are my pants? Where is that shirt that I wanted to wear? Where are those socks?
Whatever it was that was messing with me would take my two prized possessions at the time and hide them from me, which was one, my vibrator, and two, my cell phone. And one time it did do my keys too, but it was the vibrator that would happen the most, and the cell phone. It was really weird.
I'll tell you that the things that I get hide the most, I think it's a guy thing. It's your ties and your socks. The guy thing is like, you will lose socks. I know it's a cliche thing, but trust me, those socks, they go away. I don't know why. Because every guy gets home and they put their socks in the same place, and somehow half their socks go away. What the hell? I don't understand what the deal is. I'm not going to say it's demonic possession. What I'm saying is maybe karma's involved. Maybe it is this thing where these entities that have lived their lives and they're now they're just going to fuck with you a little bit.
Alright, what do you think about the idea of Ouija boards and tarot cards and things like that being a possible porthole to allow these things to gain presence in our actual universe?
Oh, I got such a good take on that, man. You know, I got such a good take on that because a Ouija board is made by like the Mattel company. It's literally a piece of cardboard and a piece of plastic. But here's this thing: human souls are so powerful that when we empower things that we're into, they become powerful for us. So it's not the Ouija boards. It's the people that are projecting themselves onto the Ouija boards that want to find out things about themselves. And there's so many billions of souls that have died before us that there's a lot of people that want to participate in your little experiment, and you might not want to find out about the results. That is the real problem. One of the videos you sent me, Ghostdog, was about a little girl getting manipulated with, and so they decided to buy a Ouija board, and a group of kids decided to buy the Ouija board, and they started moving around, and all of a sudden 8 demons moved into their house.
Yeah.
They just moved in just because, hey, stop messing with my little sister, because they wanted to find out who you are and stop messing with my little sister. All of a sudden, eight demons started ringing their doorbells over and over again. Doorbell, doorbell, doorbell. And that was their way of inviting themselves into their house. And not only that, but it became a psychological situation where, they started doing stuff to them where at the end of the day, it became empty. So like they would empty out their refrigerator. and the people would put things in bags that they found on the floor, but then the bags would be empty. So what I'm saying is, like, the psychological part of it is, did they really see that on the floor, or maybe they were the ones that were pulling stuff out of the refrigerator and emptying stuff into a bag and dumping it into a garbage, so that when they woke up, oh, now it's empty. Demons will do that too. That is the psychological trait that we don't really talk about.
So let me ask you this, Fern. Do you think that ghosts are demons, or do you actually believe in ghosts?
I think there's a lot of troubled people in the world, and when they die, I don't think they go anywhere. I think they stay here. I think they make a choice to stay here. I think happy people make a choice to leave. And when they stay here, they want to make trouble. And they want to show you, and here's the problem, is that when you leave, you get to be happy and part of the universe, and maybe you come back as another person. But when you're troubled, you stay here, and you participate in the universe that you live in until somebody tells you that, hey, you get to leave. One of the conversations I learned about is, like, when you're troubled in your life and you deny that white light, nobody tells you that you can go and ask for the white light again. I think that's one of the things that I learned about today, is that, hey, sometimes you got to tell that ghost or that demon, hey, you can go open up that white light again. Are you ready? Go get it. Because they feel like they're trapped. They feel like that's the last stand that they had to go through, and so they're going to stay there and linger and mess with people forever. So
all right, well, we got a quick video we're going to check out, and different people have posted this online under different captions and saying different things happened, and this supposedly shows a normal everyday guy. He's out getting some beers, and something happens where a spirit, a ghost, just possesses him suddenly. It could be a mental disorder. I'm going to let you guys judge for yourself. It's a pretty damn weird video. So we're all going to mute out, and we'll be back in 1 minute. You're checking out Tales of the Bizarre Special Edition. I'm Ghostdog. You were just listening to some of the thoughts of the Fern. We have the lovely Pricelessone, and on the board is Super Producer Toxic. This is a real quick video, like a minute long, so check this out. Let's see what you think. Alright, so you just saw what some people are calling a man being possessed by a demon. Could this also be a guy low on sugar and having some type of diabetic shock? Could he have some undiagnosed type of mental illness? I feel like there's just so many things that could cause this that it's hard to say that suddenly a demon jumped into him. Mr. Peepers just named another one right there, drugs. I mean, when you begin to get into possession and stuff like that, I think you have to really start to look at a lot of factors. And I think sometimes when we begin to talk about wiki boards and tarot cards and these are minor portholes for demons and evil entities and ghostly activities and these type of things to gather around. But it's just crazy to me that, this stuff is already creepy as it is, but then there's going to be a whole sector of people who really want to push their luck with this stuff. And they want to try to summon demons, and they want to try to harvest power from them somehow. And I just think that's ridiculous. What do you think, Priceless?
We actually lost Priceless. The call dropped.
Okay. She's going to hop back on in a second. What do you think, Fern? What do you think about these people who actually encourage this? It seems like some people just randomly suffer from it, and some people openly want to try to draw this evilness into their life. Hey, Pricey, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Good. I was just saying, it seems like some people try to summon these demons and bring this evilness into the world and these evil forces and evil spirits. And what do you think? Do you think these people really understand what they're getting into and that they really think they can try to harness something from this?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. There is a couple things I wanted to touch on, but to answer your question, yes, there are many kids, like where I live right now, all these kids think it's the cool thing to do to try to mess with spirits. I mean, they have these ghost tracking apps and all this other stuff that kids play with. And you guys will see some of the stuff later on, but these kids in my building think it's a joke to try to summon the devil and play with the devil. There's satanic symbols all over where I'm living at right now, and these kids just think it's a game, and they have no idea what they're doing. I mean, they don't get it. And I've tried explaining to them you guys need to be careful and everything else. But I just wanted to kind of touch back on the portals that you were talking about. There's many things that are portals that people have no idea that they even have a portal in their house. For an example, cremation ashes are a form of a portal. You're not supposed to keep ashes. It's supposed to be ashes to ashes, dust to dust. You're not supposed to keep ashes. And it's a portal. There's those rocks, those crystals and things like that. Before I experienced what I've gone through, I've made my own spirituality. And I used to collect all kinds of stones and all this stuff. And I found out the stones were another gateway for that, or another portal. There's so many things that I never knew were a portal. Sage, you would think that sage would, the Indian sage, you would think that would be something that they say to bless your house and to get rid of spirits out of your house. You know what it does? It summons them. I had no idea about that until recently. Like I said, Ghosty, my whole beliefs have did a 180 since the last time.
We're gonna really explore why your beliefs have been flipped upside down in the second half. It's just, I find it, that a lot of people that play with this stuff have no idea what they're potentially unleashing and bringing into their life and their loved one's life, and how they can contaminate a certain area for legacies, not lifetimes, legacies. Once an area is bad, it's bad, and that's just the way it is. I just find it, and I think it's really weird the way media has turned around and started to really portray ghosts and possession and all that type of stuff in the last year or so. It's really become a hot topic. It kind of started a number of years ago when they were testing the market to see how into ghost stuff people were. There's always been horror movies touching on it, but the first show that kind of went mainstream and showed a real fascination with it, I think, was Ghost Hunters.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that.
And that exploded this whole subculture of a million shitty cable shows like fucking Lujo and fucking Budrow in Louisiana, and they have like a converted metal detector, and they're like wandering around a half burnt down the house, and they're like, there's darn ghosts in here, you know? When you have that, and every week, every one of these shows is like, oh yeah, it's haunted as hell, it really begins to take away from the credibility, I think, of maybe some people who are true spiritualists and actually have some type of contact with the other side. Woodrow and Boudreaux. There you go, peepers. What do you think, Fern?
Okay. So here's the thing is that what I've learned in the research is that the more powerful your spirit is, that the more you can push off these bad demons. The demons that you hear about in the Poltergeist movie are the people that are susceptible to what's going on. So they're not really very religious. They're semi-religious. They're just people that ignore any kind of magical realm, and those are the people that get susceptible, because when they get blindsided by it, and they don't accept the fact that something that is not of science is going on. All the doors open in their kitchen. Sometimes the cars go crashing. Sometimes the kid gets grabbed up in the air. They don't understand this because they're focusing on science, and they're not focusing on the thing that is actually attacking them. And
I agree. It's weird, when I've done a lot of shows on paranormal and cryptozoology, the study of unfound animals, and conspiracy theories involving the government, aliens, and all this and that. And this is the one topic that I find actually to be like generally creepy when I research it. When you really like start checking out some of these exorcism documentaries and some of the witness testimonial, and this goes back for a couple centuries now. There's writings about people being possessed by some type of demons and people trying to drive them out of them. One of the most obvious cases that you would know about would probably be the Salem witch trials. That would also be another form of ghosts and demons possessing people, but they were also being lumped under the name witches. So many things kind of get lumped together in a way when you start to deal with this stuff, and you really have to kind of question your own religious beliefs. And if you're at all a believer in God or any type of overhead, all powerful being that created the universe in one form or another, then you definitely have to believe in the alter ego of him, which is the devil, and he comes in many, many different forms, and he could be referenced in many, many different forms.
Now, Ghost, can I ask you a question real quick? Ghost?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, now I heard this verbatim, that one of these investigators, these demon investigators, they asked the question. They said, "Hey, I know that you heard the name of the demon in a recording. So what was his name? What was her name?" And he refused to say the name because he said, "Listen, I don't care. I'm not a demonologist. I'm not going to invoke that demon's name ever, because the minute that you invoke that demon's name, that guy's coming back at you." So what I want to ask you is, what do you think about the names of demons? Is that a big deal? The names of demons?
I haven't personally heard of that being a big deal before, but I've also never heard the actual names of demons before. I've heard people be like, this area supposedly has an evil entity in it or a demonic type creature, but they've never said a specific name of it. To get into the actual names of demons and stuff like that, like you really have to start to study deep Catholicism and back into the history of all of that stuff because it crosses across so many religions also.
Well, everybody knows that movie The Exorcist where the demon
Right.
Possessing her was called Pazuzu.
Right.
So I would think it was common knowledge that there's a list of demons that are around the block, I guess.
I'm sure you could. Go ahead, Pricey.
There are names for them. Actually, as a matter of fact, later on in the show, we will show you a name of one of them.
Okay.
There's so many. They do have names. I mean, there's the Incubus and and such. And actually, they all have names, and it's pretty crazy.
Well, some of them also have their own symbols. When you begin to look into symbolism,
yes,
through different time periods and stuff like that, some of them might not have a pronounceable name, but they clearly have their own symbol. And they all come back to kind of resemble some form of the devil.
Yep.
The devil is represented in society now almost as a marketing tool. It's funny, like, how they've taken evil and just made goddamn money off of it. I mean...
Well, Satan, the devil, is known as the light-bearing god. I mean,
Right.
he is the light-bearer. And I think that a lot of people have taken this to mean that maybe he isn't a bad guy. Lucifer is not the bad guy.
Well, I mean, if you look at all the things in the Bible that are considered sins, too, and you put them up where we are in modern-day technology and all that type of stuff, every day, everybody is sinning constantly. Constantly. And a lot of these are mortal sins where you should be, like, put to death type shit.
Is it fair to bring up that there is going to be a TV show called Lucifer the Lightbearer?
Sure.
Yeah, and they're actually trying to boycott it. A lot of people are really trying to boycott it due to the fact that they're painting Lucifer as a hero.
Why, Pricey, do you think Lucifer might be a hero?
Absolutely not.
But don't you see so many of the things that Lucifer set out to put into our society to corrupt us since day one, since Adam and Eve have totally come to fruition? Open homosexuality, vulgarity, absolute sloth, vanity, envy, murder, rape, robbery. Every major sin is completely broken daily.
Well, I'll tell you the difference between what I've heard between
Lucifer
and God. So I've heard God, this God entity is a disciplinarian. He wants to tell you that you're false, like everything you're doing is wrong, but he's gonna fix you up, okay? And he'll make you all right as long as you conform to him. This Lucifer guy, he's telling you that you're really a good person. Quit listening to this lie that you're bad, and I want you to make sure that you live happy, live a happy life. And so this division is where people get crazy about.
The whole thing is Lucifer would be instant atonement for your sins, and God would have to be a constant, like, asking for forgiveness for your sins, especially if you're a Catholic. You have to go and confess your sins, like, constantly every week and pay some type of tribute But if you actually read the Satanic Bible and stuff like that, it encourages you to live a free life, to acknowledge your sins and that you're a carnal beast, that you deserve to enjoy these things because of your ranking in the food chain and your superiority as a natural, untouchable predator in this world.
That's a great point. It's like, would you rather be a person that is dirty and gets accepted a little bit, by the grace, you barely make it, or would you rather be told that you're a good person and that, you know what, we're just gonna keep it that way. You're a good person, and we're gonna mold that good person, and you get to do whatever you want to do. I mean, I know which one I would pick.
Also, I mean, can you blame some of these renegade angels and stuff like that that might want to break away from God? How long are you going to sit at someone else's feet and basically lavish praise on everything they do without ever questioning anything they could ever think or say?
Oh man, that'd be horrible, right?
Isn't that a version of hell right there? There's some people that believe that the Bible is actually upside down and that being in heaven is actually being in hell, because you automatically have to spend a lifetime following none of your personal desire and in an idle state of worship of this total superior being to you no matter what. And if you have one shitty thought, they're gonna catch it. And
Hey Ghost, you want me to tell you a joke I told somebody?
Well, let me finish this real quick.
Of course.
And on the other side would be what's supposed to be hell, but all the things we enjoy as humans are openly celebrated there. Sexuality, drinking, promiscuity, I pronounced that wrong. All our carnal desires are accepted in the world of Satan. And
bestiality, incest,
everything.
Sure.
I mean, if you're gonna accept one thing in hell, then you have to accept everything. It's totally lawless. Is that a version of hell, or is that actual heaven? Isn't that what the internet kind of is? You can find any bizarre, fucked up thing you want on the internet. Is this heaven or hell that we're living on right now?
I guess what the point is that, if you commit to a religion, you have to have a point where you can be free. You can do whatever you want. Finally, you can be happy. But here's what I would tell devout Christians. I would say, hey, what happened if you went to what happened if you died and you went to heaven and then God went and you got to do this, or Satan said, hey, if you come over here, just do whatever, bro. I don't give a fuck. Just go. Just do your thing. Which would you pick? Because I know what I would pick. I'd pick the guy that says, hey, you spent your whole life doing everything I asked you to do. Now just do whatever the hell you want to do.
But if according to God's law, couldn't you live a total sinful life and your last seconds of mortality just say you repent and ask for an automatic, gold chip because you accept Christ into your life and realize that your whole life was sin?
That's the Hitler
step into heaven.
That's I'm Hitler and I'm dying, and I look up to God and I say, my bad. Now it's all cool. I don't know about all that.
Doesn't that seem weird, though, that you have kind of a get out of jail for free card, long as you kind of accept that God at your finality? What do you think, Pricey? Do you think that's kind of bullshit?
Yeah, I think it depends on the certain extent that people sin. I mean, God is forgiving and whatnot, but if someone's sinned and murdered people and done certain things, I don't think because they ask God to forgive him at the last minute that he's going to necessarily do it, to be honest with you.
Well, like somebody that's on death row, like a John Wayne Gacy. Do you think when they are strapping him in, if he's just Hey, hold on a second, guys. Thanks for that swordfish final death meal there. Can I take a minute to repent and like just pray to God and repent, and a minute later, he's like accepted by God, and he just has to do a little extra time in purgatory.
I think everybody has like a certain limit, Ghostdog. Like I think that God eventually rides people off at a certain point. Like for example, God has written off Little Wayne.
Right.
So yeah, he's a little Illuminati, satanic, possessed thing. So anyway, so yeah, I think that God gives people certain chances and whatnot, but for the most part, you have to have good in your heart, though. It's just because you've been evil your whole life, and then all of a sudden, you're gonna die, and you ask God to forgive you. He's not gonna forgive you because you haven't been a good person your whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my beliefs.
Well, okay. In the research that I was looking at, when you die, you got two choices. You can go to heaven, or you can stay home. And the people that stay home are the ones we're talking about. They're the demons. They're the ones that decide that they still have something to do. So when you're talking about Lil Wayne, or you're talking about Jay-Z, they're talking about, they're putting up the Illuminati signals. They're basically saying that the guys that stood home, they're on my side.
Right. Did we lose? Go ahead, Fern. Keep going.
No, so if they're on my side, that means they're going to promote everything I do. So I agree with you, Pricey, is that Lil Wayne, yeah, he probably deals with people that are going to make him popular, because all he's thinking about is him on here. He's not thinking about him moving forward. He's looking at the people that want to hook him up, and he's saying, yeah, all right, make me famous, make me rich. And so is Jay-Z. Anybody that puts up that little diamond signal, anybody that puts up the Illuminati, anybody that talks about being the devil on earth, they're the ones that are promoting these movements of spirits, and they're getting the pass on it. Yeah, so of course you gotta commit to that though. Here's the thing: you can't lie about it. You gotta commit to being down with these things.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Fern. We covered that on another show, that a lot of modern day Satanism seems to openly be promoted within our popular media and entertainment, and people don't even realize it, that we're constantly bombarded with symbolism. And some people claim, like, whenever Beyonce or Rihanna does a Super Bowl show, 2 days later you go on YouTube and look it up, and there'll be like 50 videos by religious right-wing people claiming the whole thing was some type of bizarre satanic sex dance. Yeah, trying to hypnotize. Yeah, it was like a sex ceremony trying to hypnotize today's youth and stuff.
Same thing with award shows as well, Ghost.
Yep, it's just crazy. We'll talk about all that stuff in 1 minute when we come back. We're going to take a quick break, check out one song, then we're going to come back, pick this up a little bit, talk a little bit more about symbolism, and then Pricey herself has recently had some experience with this, some of this stuff, man. And she was telling me about it, and I think it's just creepy as fuck when you put it all together. And this is someone that's personally going through it. So we'll be back in a couple minutes. You're checking out Tales of the Bizarre. I'm your man, Ghostdog. With me, as always, is the lovely Pricelessone. We have the Fern, and behind the boards is super producer Toxic. Anybody that needs a piss, time to roll a joint, grab a beer, pet the dog, get a soda, make a sandwich, scoop some macaroni and cheese. Stretch your toes, crack your elbows, roll another blunt. There's the time to do it. We'll be back in 4. Peace.
dick, that's word to pimp. Word to pimp. Word to pimp. Hold up. Oh my. You are now listening to Run the Jewels. Fuck the law, they can eat my dick, that's word to pimp. I don't fuck with or talk like all these fucking imps. Stop hollering, give a fuck if you deny it, kids. You can all run naked backwards to a field of dicks. Fuck the world, don't ask me for shit, that's word of big. I dreamt we own the world, but I've woken up and it don't exist. Soak it in and need no assist. You can't slap my wrist, I don't owe you shit. Trust me, I'm a doctor, through operate. I'm a post-war razor bitch.
Tiptoe on the track like a ballerina. Ski mask in a Pontiac Catalina. It's obese female opera singer. You can run the jewels or lose your fingers. Me and LP got time to kill, got folks to kill, on overkill. He hanging out the window, I hold the wheels. One black, one white, we shoot to kill. That fuck boy life about to be repealed. That fuck boy shit about to be repaired. Fuck boy G-hard, kill infidel. Law Akbar, boom from Mike and L.
Life is hell, death's a bitch, and these football rulers getting rich. I cop a zip, it opens up, I smoke it up, go home and fuck. Till I be girl when they roam. I get a face, please pay with dome. My business card says you're in luck. I do two things, I rap and fuck.
I fucking rap, I coach scrap, I smoke the kush, I beat the puss, I read the books, did the math. Don't need a preacher preaching on my behalf. No teacher can't teach my arrogant ass. I'm blowing on clippy by reading the scriptures that's written by Egyptians and sipping on whiskey. Hey, lady, you with me?
Oh my. Don't cry. Oh my. Don't cry. Oh my. Don't cry. Oh my. Don't cry. We run this spot like a Chinese sweatshop. Don't stop, work until chest pop. Cardiac arrested, I'm so invested, I'm self-invented. That's no illusion, there's no confusion. You see the future, you fear the future. I've seen the truth and I'm so deluded. I've been a better bad guy than I've been better than bad. Been a bit of bully talk beating on my chest. In fact, I half stack from a rat. I've been around the block, babe, I know a few facts. Maniac, brainiac, run, go tell him that. AT, Onion, and my tell him that.
Never be wrong, I'm savage. Show up in your class, what's happening? 2 yard bullet with a fully automatic. Heart full of pain and a head full of habit. Everybody stepped on the key and I'm dead and I'm happy. Leave a name mom on the stage where it happened. Who's gon' buy my baby a cat? Fuck that bitch in the back.
Mega blast, I'm mega lit. On Highway 6 and I'm not strapped in. I don't crash, bitch, I just skid. You got the cash, I'll make the trip. I make the trip, you better pay. Don't worse, but less, don't make my day. I'm not from Earth, from far away. I bust through chests like baby Graves.
Running the juice of the game. Whipping the mixes like chickens a cane. Spitting the sickness of game. Parents is living the game. Kids is just fucking insane. Wanting that pistol that fits with a chain. Repping the simple like they in a game. Delivery dope like a dope who's a dope boy. No full of coke for a junkie of fiend. Fiend, 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 oh my. Fiend, fiend,
don't cry. Oh my. Don't cry.
Chaos in the streets, chaos in the street, chaos in the streets, chaos in the streets, chaos in the streets, chaos in the street, chaos in the streets, chaos in the street, chaos in the streets, hunger in your teeth, strong from the weak, nature of the beast, chaos in the streets, hunger in your teeth, strong from the weak, nature of the beast.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? How you doing? It's your man, the Ghostdog on Dabs, coming back to you again on a special edition of Tales of the Bizarre. We're hanging out tonight, and we're talking about ghosts, demons, possessions, and allowing these things, bringing these things into your life. You know, this has been going on since the beginning of history, and I think in modern culture, you know, as we were saying before the break, a lot of people don't appreciate the actual power maybe of what they're playing with. And now you see the symbolism and witchcraft symbolism being used all the time in regular media and stuff like that. It's just a real trip to me. And it definitely does reflect our views on pagan ideology and not even really understanding it anymore in our own modern culture. What do you think, Pricey?
I think people just are uneducated when it comes to this stuff. I really do.
Even when it's put totally in their face.
Exactly. I mean, just people just don't want to believe it.
Yeah. It's just insane. What do you think, Fern?
I think that people don't realize how much paganism is really indebted in our cultures. When you look at Christianity, Muslim, Islam, all of them come from. If you really look back, Jesus was a Samaritan, and when you go back into their culture, they had AK and Anil, and that was a guy that was a disciplinarian and a loose cannon. And they didn't say who was bad or good. You just had to pick which side you wanted. But when you move on to Christianity, all of a sudden Lucifer is the good guy and wants you to feel whatever you want to. God is the one that makes you feel bad for all your sins. But he's a good guy and Lucifer's the bad guy. And when you move into these eras where you decide whether you're going to be good or bad, everybody takes sides. So.
That's an interesting view. So Pricey. All right, why don't we get to it? We hyped it up enough. We kind of covered the history leading up to it, some of the various views on all of this. The one thing that definitely comes across is this stuff definitely seems to be based in reality, and you definitely have experienced something recently that is very real. Why don't you break this down for us, take your time, and share as much of this as you're up to, you know? If you guys in the audience, check this out. This is all a true story. She told me about this like a few weeks ago, and the first thing I said is, oh man, we gotta do something with this and put this out there, because this is some crazy shit. So hit it up, girl.
Okay, well, first off, I just want to say that this is a very personal story that I'm sharing with you guys, and I was very hesitant on talking about this on Battle Cam, but I'm in a place where I'm confident enough to be able to tell you guys the story and not worry about the repercussions of it. Okay, I moved into a Masonic building, okay? There are owls all over this place. I believe that the building that I'm in is ran by the Illuminati. A lot of weird things happened when I first moved in here. I was in another unit at one time, and when I first moved into that unit, the first moment I walked in there, I didn't feel like I was alone. I always felt like something was watching me. And there were certain parts of the place, like the bathroom and the closet, where I would just get like the heebie-jeebies a lot. And the same thing with my daughter. And one day she started waking up with bruises on her arms, like something was holding her down in her sleep. And at first I didn't think nothing of it, because my daughter's kind of clumsy. And so I didn't think nothing of it at first. And, but when it kept happening and I had met this lady in my building who's like a straight up Christian. I mean, this girl's not only a Christian, to me, she's a prophet, okay? And she put two and two together and looked at my daughter's arms and wrapped her arms around them. And that's how we realized that it looked like something was holding her down in her sleep. And to be honest, like it scared the crap out of me. Like it really scared the crap out of me to the point where I stayed up for 3 nights straight watching my daughter sleep, because I was scared that something was going to harm her in her sleep. So needless to say, like I started like being curious about the Bible, and I started turning to Christianity to kind of comfort me through the situation. And this lady, was helping me understand things from the Bible that I always questioned and whatnot. And she was educating me, kind of took me under her wing. And the more that I dibbled and dabbled into the Bible, the more whatever it was in that unit became more pissed off, okay? Things started moving by themselves. Clothes would move by themselves. The blinds would move by themselves. So eventually I had this lady, she has a psychic gift. She chooses not to use her psychic gift, but she uses it for God or Jesus. And she used to dip and dabble in the tarot cards like I used to do, and things like that. And so she understood where I was coming from. So she has a pretty big family. I brought her up to my place because her and her son are really into this stuff. and she can see things that most people can't see. She can see spirits, she can see demons, she can see all of that. And her son's really well at picking up on symbols. And so I brought her, my daughter, and a few other people up to my unit. And it was the weirdest thing because I've been up to my unit so many times and never felt what we felt when I tried to bring this Christian lady into my unit. All of us became lightheaded. All of us felt like we were going to faint. We all had to move away from my door because it was overwhelming, and catch our breath because we felt like we were losing our breath at that moment. And then she's like, you know what, I'm going to go in anyway. So she gathered herself, we all gathered ourselves, and she went into my unit. The first thing that her son sees is on my door. And if Toxic wants to show the picture of my door, that's fine. There was something in some kind of oil or wax on my door, and it was some kind of symbol. And her son noticed. He's like, that's it right there. Her son noticed it. He was like, that's a symbol right there. That's a satanic symbol. And so I'm like, okay. So he's like, let me look around in your unit to see if there's any other things. There was a symbol on top of my heater. I don't have a picture of that because I got rid of it. I scrubbed my heater and got the symbol off of it. I eventually scrubbed the door as well to get that off of my door. And I had my apartment blessed, which pissed the spirit off or demon off even more. Now, from what they gathered from my unit, she had a visual, and both of them, her and her son, felt that where my daughter slept was where they used to do satanic rituals. In that picture of the heater, you can see a face in the heater. It's a profile. It's a sideways profile. There's an eye, there's a nose, and you can see a mouth. That was on the heater as well. I did get a picture of that. So weird things like started happening once I became more and more Christian-like and reading the Bible and everything else. It just, all these weird things, they just figured out. So I started reading Psalms, I think it was Psalms 23, something like that, every night because of the spirit, every time I go to sleep. And it pissed it off even more. So one night I was asleep and I woke up like something was touching me. I felt like something was assaulting me. I woke up in my sleep. I couldn't move. It was like as if I was paralyzed. See that symbol that Toxic's showing in black? That is all over where I live right now. It's the same symbol as what's on my door, but it's upside down.
It's a ruin.
Or it's backwards.
Yeah, it's a ruin.
Yeah, there's symbols like that all over. Toxic had showed a picture of, during this time that I was dealing with all this, weird symbols started showing up. Yes, Toxic, that's it. Weird symbols started showing up around the building. I was trying to protect my daughter. During the nights that I stayed up 3 nights straight, all of a sudden that symbol that Toxic's showing on the left, if you zoom in, it looks like a mother holding a child. That symbol showed up out of nowhere. And then this black symbol of the same thing that was on my door started showing up out of nowhere, as if like someone was assisting these demons with fucking with me in this place. Yeah, it was just really weird. So one day I go to my car and I find a set of drums outside, and I'm like, who would throw away drums? You know what I mean? Who would really throw away drums? So I end up picking them up, and I take them up to my place. And eventually I find out that this symbol that Toxic's showing on the screen is a symbol for a fallen angel, which is a demon named D. Yes, it has a name. Its name is D. And D is a demon that plays music for Satan in the lower world.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a musician thing. And guess what instrument this D demon plays?
The drums?
Yes, Ghostdog, the drums.
That's
true. So isn't it a little ironic that I find these drums and whatnot? So let's get back to the night that I was assaulted. So I'm sleeping and I feel like something's hurting me. And I wake up and I can't move. I can't scream. I can't yell. I can't move. I was like paralyzed, and something was hurting me. Real talk, hurting me. I'd wake up with bruises, all kinds of stuff. Like, I was really screwed up the next day when I woke up. I was in a lot of pain from being attacked in my sleep.
Yeah, that sucks.
And so I eventually, you know, went to the manager of the place, and I'm like, look, you know, I'm going to sound batshit crazy to you right now, but because this is hurting my daughter, I'm going to take my chance and hope that you believe me. And I just said, look, you know, there's some weird shit going on in this place. I showed the pictures of the symbols, yada, yada. So they end up allowing me to move units. In the picture that Toxic's showing that is outside, there was nobody standing behind that gate, but yet you see two shadows there. Right. Now, I believe that those shadows...
if you're looking at the screen, it'd be the one on the left.
Far left.
Yeah, Toxic, can you blow that one up and kind of focus in on the back part of it towards the gate?
Yes, it's the back towards the gate. There are there's two shadows there.
It looks like two cloaked figures back there for sure.
Yes, and there was nobody standing there when I took that picture.
Question?
Yes.
Were you more religious or less religious after this happened?
To be honest with you, Fern, I became saved. I am officially a Christian. I have been saved. My daughter and myself got saved in that unit, and that pissed the thing off even more, which led it to attack me. Was when I became saved. Real talk. It really pissed it off. And
definitely some weird cloak-looking thing in the middle of it. It's just a trippy picture. So you ended up moving units?
Yes, I moved units, but yet I believe, you know, that there's still some weird stuff happening. Like when I was talking to you guys on my Skype on my computer, I had to switch to my phone because my Skype kept shutting off. It kept going off and on, off and on, off and on. Like once I logged out of it, it kept popping back up and closing, popping back up and closing, popping back up and closing, to the point that I had to completely quit the Skype. You know, and I believe like it's this whole building. I mean, obviously because there's demons outside as well. So it's not just that unit, but that unit was number 13, which is kind of ironic.
Right.
So now I'm in unit 5, so that's a good number. But
that's freaky as shit that you would actually keep finding these symbols around over and over and over again.
Yeah,
do you still see them when you go out and you're out and about doing stuff?
Oh, absolutely. If any time that I snap a picture at night, you can see them. They're all over. Like the lady that I was telling you about, who I believe is a prophet. One night we were recording outside, and you can see this demon following us through the freaking building. And see, the thing is that she's so into it because she's so close with, you know, Jesus and God, that this thing messes with her. It messes with her Bible app. You know, demons like to mess with you through electronics.
That's what Fern was saying before, that demons will take any opportunity they can to try to troll you.
Yeah, they'll even call you on the phone.
Well, what I was saying to you was, is, you know how in The Sixth Sense, the kid walks up to the kitchen and he sees all the kitchen doors open, and it's all open and everything's open. What I'm saying is that these things do psychological things to you, and you might be the one opening all the doors.
Well, that's the thing.
And you don't remember it because the demon is taking that memory away from you. But you're the one actually doing all the deeds and doing all the damage. And then you wake up and you look over and you say, "Oh, what? Oh, hold on. Why is my kid, you know, sitting over there? Or why is all this thing all messed up? The putrid. They took all this stuff out of the refrigerator. they smashed it on the floor and they made it nasty, and then the person wakes up and says, "Oh, what is this? This is disgusting in front of my refrigerator. Who did this? It must have been a demon." It was probably you. The demon was subconsciously making you do that and killing your memories. I mean,
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
You don't think any of that could be plausible?
I mean, people can be possessed by demons, but I don't think that they can make you do certain things.
I think that they can erase memories. I think they make you think things that might have happened, but maybe you're the one that's doing all that.
I don't believe that I was the one who hid my cell phone from myself. None of that. I definitely know for a fact that I didn't do that, because that's not me. Especially with the whole vibrator thing, I would never leave the vibrator in the living room where somebody.
Maybe not you, but maybe somebody else. Could you think it was plausible that a demon could make somebody grab all the stuff out of the?
Well, it's interesting. Today, I was checking something out where it said when you have sleep paralysis, which is pretty much when you're right about to fall asleep and suddenly you get like this cold jolt and sit right up totally awake. It's like the very 2 seconds beginning of a dream. You take one step and slam onto your face and suddenly you wake up. Or you take one step and then suddenly you're off the side of a building. And it seems to happen almost instantly when you go to sleep. And when you wake up sometimes, either you sit right up, you acknowledge it, you kind of trip out for a second, and then you go right back to sleep. Sometimes you wake up and you can't sit up. And it's like hard to breathe, and you're